Hey there, I'm Steve, and welcome to Jamsin Entertainment. Today on Throwback Thursday, we're looking at The Perfect Host. It's not a Thanksgiving movie, but I figured, well, I guess with coronavirus, there's lack of hosting Thanksgiving this year. But who knows, maybe you're one of those rebels out there that's going to host a big family Thanksgiving. The Perfect Host stars David Hyde Pierce, and to put it very simply, he plays a serial killer. To go a little more into the synopsis, they say escaped convict named John that breaks into the wrong home. No, he's not an escaped convict. He is on the run from the law, but because he robbed a bank. And he first tries to gain refuge in a house by claiming he's a fellow Jehovah's Witness, but the person there is too smart and tests him, and he fails the test. Then he goes to the next house, and it's the wrong house. Doesn't start out with David Hyde Pierce just being all completely psycho and crazy. He plays it up to John a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't remember the actor's name who plays John. David Hyde Pierce's character is called Warwick. Warwick, as I mentioned, plays it up where he's being the victim. It's like, oh no, don't hurt me. You see very slowly that he's playing John because he drugs him through wine that he served him. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to get into too many details because this movie does have a twist in it, and that's this movie's flaw. A plot twist can make or break any story, and this one just, for me, breaks the story. I don't want to get into spoilers, but I definitely would have gone a different route. Well, okay, I can get into Warwick's method, because, you know, serial killers all have their methods. What he does is first drug them, make them go unconscious, and he wakes them up, and he tells them his grand plan. Part of what makes this unique for a serial killer movie is Warwick is more than just, like, crazy for death, murder, and destruction. He imagines parties at his place. He has guests over, and he forces his victim to join in the festivities, and he also takes Polaroid pictures of them. Now that I think of it, this kind of tags into the last review I did, which is Memento. I know I didn't mention it in the review last week, but part of the way Guy Pearce's character Leonard remembers, because he has a memory problem, is through Polaroid. So unintentional tie-in, kind of, sort of. I don't know what you would call it, but anyway, Warwick takes pictures of his victims while they're unconscious, while they are conscious, and draws on them, writes on them, he has a whole photo album of this sick, twisted stuff that he does. And he goes through, like I said, what he's going to do to him. And it's like 8 p.m., the party starts. 12 a.m., another phase of the party. 3 a.m., I won't get into too much detail. But at 6 a.m., it's done, it's over with. He kills you. It's just a crazy movie. It's not a really dark movie. It's not even really a gory movie. The only reason why it's rated R is because of the excessive language. That's it. Other than that, this movie could have been a PG-13 if it wasn't for the language. But it's interesting seeing David Hyde Pierce go from playing Niles in Frasier. I mean, they're similar in the fact where they're high society, they're very clean, and that's about where the similarities end. The character that is John is, well, see, it's part of the twist. They tried to make John like this average criminal where he is smart, but he's not so smart where he can get away with it. But they try to play that he is smart enough to get away with it. And it just wasn't well executed. The real fun part is David Hyde Pierce. That's why I spent so much time talking about him. If you want to see him step out of his comedic role and play a more serious, sinister role, I think you would really like The Perfect Host. And maybe you'll like the twist. I didn't like the twist, but that's just me. You want to check it out for yourself, you can go in the description below and click on the Amazon link and get your copy of The Perfect Host. Just below the description is the comment section. If you have seen it, let me know what your thoughts of The Perfect Host were. If you like what you saw, like it. If you think other people like it, share it. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and live your imagination.